afternoon, man. Very special guest all the way from Alberta, man. And you guys got some awesome shit coming out. I'm gonna try and say this. Nobody likes Dwight.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
yeah, baby. So give us a little insight. Tell us a little bit about your band, man. Let us know what's up.
We're a three-piece. We originated in Alberta about 12 years ago. We like to keep it a three-piece. It's more challenging.
So being a three-piece, that's got to be easier. You know, you have your drummer, obviously, right? Bass player, you play guitar, or you
Yep.
play bass. I'm trying to remember.
I play guitar and sing,
Yeah,
myself.
that's what I thought. Yeah. Judging by the videos, I'm gonna jump right into it. Your newer song that just came out not long ago, fucking I Can't Hear God. It's definitely an amazing riff. That's part of the link that I put up in the channel. So to go from some of the videos I've seen to having that production, how was that, man? How'd that feel? You know?
We manage the majority of it ourselves. I got a buddy here, and I live in Jasper, Alberta, and we basically board a room in the Jasper Canadian Legion in Jasper, and we just built it out and dropped everything there. And our drummer's engineer himself, so he took it back to Manitoba himself and mixed it himself. And so a lot of it was done in house on our own.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just like the first one. First one as well was done ourselves. So we obviously learned a lot in those decks.
Like not to like, but the production value to see you guys as an independent band, obviously to shoot the first bit, and then to jump in with this as your newer video, man. Like you would think you guys got signed and now you're on a label and all that, right? But you're still strictly independent then, are you?
For the most part, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is we have ambitions.
Yeah, of course.
Me and Nick, the drummer, we were trying to been spending years here trying to develop possibly a label. That's been the dream since we were young kids, right?
Yeah.
So we do a lot of stuff under NLD Industries. We have a website coming out probably, I think, 2 weeks after the record release. So record comes out August 5th, and about the 15th, somewhere in there, the website comes out, and trying to take things a little step at a time because we get a little over ambitious, and you put too much out at once, people don't know what the fuck you're doing, right?
Yeah, I'm in the boat. I'm in the same boat, man. Like fucking this year, trying to organize 3 shows. I guess in total it's 3, 6, and then 9 on top of that. It's almost 20 bands I'm organizing in multiple fucking countries, right? It's like you're like, oh, what did I just do? You know what I mean? Fucking, oh my god, now we gotta pull this shit off, right? Like that's great to see you guys have that ambition though, and your music is really showing that too. You're start to finish now in that sense to the new album coming out. You can really see you guys have found your sound.
Yeah, me and the bass player have known each other since we were 8 years old, and we're deep into our 40s here now. So we've been doing this a real long time together, and what we find writing wise is we like to tear it back to a 3-piece. So when we actually write the songs, there's about 17 fucking parts on the track, right? And then we like to make it, dial it back from that. It's easier to tear away than add,
Yeah, true enough, right? Like that's when your writer block. Like, how do you
fun challenge,
piece, right? And then you fucking can't write it. You're like, but to have too much, you're like, okay, we can get rid of this, rid of that. Perfect, song done. Even Steven now, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a fun challenge. I think that to dial it back like that, and then you can't even perform. Some of these were ridiculous. They're like Devin Townsend sounding, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty big challenge to dial him back to a 3-piece, but it's a lot of fun to do that too. You're not bored, you know. You're not just playing 4 chords.
No, right? You get that change up, that mix up. It keeps it fresh for you in that sense. Like, even doing the show, I was just talking with Hollywood backstage and shit. It's like, I've interviewed so many bands now. I just want to interview like authors and artists in general now, you know, kind of break out and get that different conversation in that sense, like that different vibe, that different feel, that inspiration. So when I go back in the studio, I have a whole new look on fucking my music.
Big time.
So with the new album released here real soon, August 5th, obviously, I'll be sharing that up on the page for you too when it comes out. Let's just get this out of the way. Where do we find you? Obviously, YouTube links up there. You guys are everywhere then. Bandcamp, Spotify, fucking.
Yeah, you can find us just about everywhere. People have some trouble finding our YouTube channel because we were stubborn. We call the YouTube channel NLDTV.
I found it today, but I looked and I was like, I gotta find this shit before I go live, man. That's when I gotta wake up.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun when we filmed a 9-episode. We call it a plot commentary because it wasn't so much a documentary. We added a little story in there and got a little creative with that shit.
Oh, you got to though, right? You know what I mean? Spice it up.
It was a lot of fun, man. A lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. It's amazing how much work goes into it. You know, even like behind just your rehearsals. Then, like you said, you guys shoot all your own music videos for the most part, like fucking totally on your own. Then, like, how do you find the time to even do all this, man? Like, people ask me this all the time, but I can't answer it. I just do, right? But maybe you have a little bit of an answer.
That's what it is, man. You really want something, right? You really want something. You find the time. You make the time, right?
Oh, that passion. I really see it in the bands and the people I talk to and the people I have really stayed in touch with throughout the show. It's that passion, that drive. You, like yourself today, you can really feel it in the way you talk and the way you present, the way you guys present your music in general. You guys are there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's like a kid. It's like a kid, right?
Yeah, like Christmas morning, you get to go do band rehearsal. Yeah, you're all excited all day, you know. Yeah.
So
you guys, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. So I know we were talking backstage. One of your members is in Winnipeg. You're in Alberta. How does that work for like practice? Do you just film yourself or record yourself YouTube practicing and then send it to him, and then he goes that way, or do you guys drive?
Yeah. The record itself, like we just passed files. It was during the pandemic anyway, so
yeah,
everyone was going a little fucking batshit anyway. So yeah, we were just passing files basically through Dropbox.
Yeah,
and that's how we built the songs. It was a bit of a process. It was new to us, so it took a while to get through that. But rehearsal wise, we've always been kind of a, you know, we're planning a tour for next summer. We run through Art Zabo Creative. He actually helped us with the videos as well, and somewhat of a manager, I guess. He's been with us for a while. He used to be the talent buyer for the Skylight Room here in Edmonton, or in Edmonton.
Behind the stage, the people behind the scenes that help us, like Hollywood and then Nick Nombre and Andrew and them have been helping me a lot. We had Stone Daisies with Ilsa and them from South Africa, which I ended up going to last year to do metal fest and stuff with them. Like, people don't understand how much hard work those people also put into. We got to give them a huge man. Like,
and it's not even really theirs. That's the beauty of it. When you find someone like that, he just enjoys working with other people like that, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, Art Zabo is one of those guys. He's always been in our corner, so you can give him the majority of the credit for the I Can't Hear God video. Actually, you could probably give him all of it.
He fucking put it all together in that sense. Like, so us as fans, we can watch the video. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Huge shout out to him, man. Appreciate your work. Fucking, I know what it's like. We have our community growing too, with people helping us and shit. Our shows, we couldn't do it without Jeff. He's the one that supplies the land and the stage. He does all the cooking. I just bring the bands, you know. So that way, right? But hey, maybe next year if you're in Ontario around that time, we'll fucking scoot you up and have you play for us.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. Getting back to your question there, he's setting up, I think, something like 12 shows in 14 days or 15 days or something next summer. So
right.
Yeah, we're just gonna bank on 3 to 5 rehearsals and go. We've always been kind of like
that. But when you're into that music and you practice, like whether you know what I mean, like, and you get on stage, that vibe, you just jam together. And you guys have known each other for so long in that sense, that connection's already there. So I can only imagine 3-5 practices, how good it's gonna be, man. Like I just picture that.
Yeah, that level of comfort, you know, it's like you're just chumming with your brothers, you know. You can't really beat that, you know, those little smirks and those little fucking elbows, you know.
Oh yeah. Say yeah. Fuck. What the fuck was that? Well, nod. You know, you just know.
Almost everything's an inside joke. It's great.
You see that with all the greats, you know. We went and watched Slayer fucking 7 times in a row on their world tour because they come close enough. Within 9 to 10 hour drive, we fucking went and seen them, right? And
nice.
The show was a little bit different, but you could see the interaction with them on stage to mix it up and make, just because they played for so long and they have that connection, right? Metallica's the same, right?
Yeah.
Pantera was the same. Fucking seeing them live, Ozzy, right? Zach Wilder. So your influences then, considering you guys, you can't even tell the style. You guys just play, like you said, how that song feels in that time. So with the diversity of what you guys play in general, you have to have quite the list of bands you listened to growing up. So like, who are some of your greatest influences, man? Like, I gotta know.
Songwriting in general, you know, everyone says the Beatles, and of course they're in there. But you know, I really like guys like Tom Waits. Stevie Ray Vaughan has always been a huge influence to me.
I threw him on to a bit today. We sit around usually Sundays. We don't eat. I'm wearing pajamas. I just put on a good shirt because I spilled ice cream on my other one. So, you know, we just,
and like you said, Slayer high school, we played a lot of fucking Slayer.
Oh yeah, right. Like,
you know, so yeah, basically I go fucking from Slayer to Taylor Swift, man. I'm not. I think it's the song that speaks, not so much the artist.
That's true.
So if an artist has a good song, right, it's a good song.
Yeah. Like I don't want to even say this out loud. 1 or 2 country songs she is showing me that okay, they're all right. But like even
that's a tough one for me too. Yeah.
I've been back in Canada, and some of the guys I work with, Andrew Joseph, once again does like R&B and rap. And then I got hooked up with Sapphire out of fucking down south there. And then Anne Marie, who's been on the show now. It's really changed my mind on music and really made me grow in that sense. Like, to be able to, you know, that's country, fuck off, it's garbage. But yet, there's still 1 or 2 that you're probably going to like, man. Like, just give it a try.
Man, you know? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, our drummer's got a hip-hop project on the side as well. So we're each bringing something. And we're always sharing with each other, you know, new shit and whatnot. That's a big deal, right?
Just a riff or a beat, you know what I mean? Hey, I got this. What do you think? What can you do with this, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome to hear, man.
But when it comes to actually writing itself, I'm a massive Stephen King fan, and quote of his from the past that I've never forgotten that is incorporated into a lot of my writing was. He said writing is a lot like archaeology to him. It's already there. You just got to spend the time and uncover it.
And pull it out,
yeah. That's basically how we write the songs, right? That's why we're not shy. That's why there's 17 parts, blah, 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 and then we dial it back after, right?
Right? We got an orchestra now. We got the fucking, just bring in the tambourine, baby.
Yeah, we've
Hey,
tried a
man.
lot of different shit.
Yeah,
There's a song actually on this record. The song's called "Turn That Frown Around." We pulled just about everything out of the fucking kitchen. I had a tray full of utensils I was tossing in the air and catching for a couple sounds, and yeah, we got creative as we could. Got a little smoke ambition, you know.
Yeah, well, we were up in Thunder Bay the one night, fucking, we busted out our fucking tool buckets, emptied them out. And Garrett was playing the fucking bucket drums. I was on the acoustic. And Andrew was just fucking freestyling over top of us all. I know a bunch of people were filming, like there ended up being a little bit of a crowd around it, but I don't know where any of the footage went, so I can't even share it and show people. I have no fucking clue where it went, right? But it's out there.
Beauty, man. Yeah, we played a show in Lloydminster probably in 2010, and we were sitting with the sound guy there, and 20 minutes, one guy moved the chair, and then another guy, moved his cup on the table, and another guy rolled the utensils on the table, and next thing you know, 20 minutes is going by, and fucking everyone's tapping shit and moving something. It's
Get that
kind of things are great, man.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously you love being on the stage then. You love getting the reaction from the crowd, feeding off the crowd then, eh?
Oh yeah. I'm not sure there's many of us who don't, for sure.
Hey, sometimes you play a show in front of 20 people, sometimes it's fucking 3,000 people, You never know what you're gonna get at a show, right? But sometimes those 5 fucking people put on the best fucking crowd ever out of 3,000, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And then you feed off, and then sometimes it's just a personal show, you know what I mean? Hey, you showed up, here you fucking go. Here's what we have, and then you change that person, whether it's that person or 3,000.
It doesn't matter how many people are there ever. What's the original Andrew, that dude from Seattle there? You played with Gossard and Ament before he died. What's his name again? Andrew.
That was Andrew Joseph.
Right now. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. He always. I think it was a documentary, Pearl Jam 20. I think it was. Anyway, they were saying they allowed him because he walked down. It didn't matter if there were 10 people or 1,000 people. He'd always give them the same show, right?
Yeah.
And stuff like that resonates with me.
Yeah, and I noticed that too. Like with the shows I have put on, some crowds it's been 50, sometimes it's 150, sometimes 300. It all depends on how many people were allowed in, because it's always a private event, right? You got to be invited or reach out and get invited to the show. You know what I mean? So, but it's growing. We're working on our permits. We're trying to make it bigger and bigger every year, right? So next year is going to be awesome. As far as I know, we have the permits. Right now, we have 5 bands on the list, right? So,
I'll keep us in mind there, right?
I know. We got to get you guys here next year, man. We'll talk more behind the scenes, see what's happening. The fucking event, baby. Hey, Jeff, I know you watched the show, man. Well, we got a lot of bands next year. Better get 2 pigs. Awesome.
What do you guys call?
It's a big potluck too. So where the place is, the people that are always there, like it's a hunt camp, right? So that's how it's promoted right now. That's how we deal with everything. But there's a lot of people that live in this little hunt camp community, and everyone brings something to it from the community, and then we have the pig roast. So no shortage of food, man. Come and eat.
That's about it.
Yeah. Place to stay. You can camp. There's a pond. It's kid friendly. Fucking bring your kids and wife if you have them, right?
Yeah, we went to a party just like that in Warburg. Warburg, they throw one every year. Warburg, Alberta, saying they had a pig roast, and it's a bunch of guys that run skydiving outfits. So they're taking people up skydiving, and we're skeet shooting, and those kind of parties are a blast, man. They even have smash up and fuck. That's badass, man. I love that shit.
Man, I'll have to come out for that one, man. I'll fly
Yeah,
out.
that's a good one.
I can probably, if we plan it ahead, I could get it booked off. Our job's pretty demanding here in the summer and spring till fall, right? Right till it snows. We're fucking on call, go, 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 right? So,
Yeah.
well, we've tried to get this interview. How long now? Fuck.
Yeah, look, you gotta live, man.
Yeah, no, it's 100%. So, like, is music your full-time gig, man, or do you do the fucking, as I heard today, a day walker job? Right?
I'm a railroader myself, so
No way.
it's hard
That's
enough
sick.
to manage that.
Yeah. I worked the railroad for a full year, man, with Cooper's Railroad out of Wisconsin. And they sent me to Sault Ste. Marie, man, right before winter. Fucking, I
So
don't
you
do
had to
well
cross
in the
the border.
cold, man. Cold as fuck. I thought I was being sent to Florida or somewhere fucking cool, No. You're going to the frozen hell of Sault Ste. Marie in the fucking winter, bud.
Railroad's pretty big, man.
There, right? How long you been with the railroad then? Long time now, or?
On and off for about 18 years now, yeah.
Fuck, right on, man. I got another good buddy of mine in London, Ontario. I gotta leave him nameless because he's afraid he'll get fired if he comes on the show and shit because of everything we've ever done on the show. But he's been 25 or 27 years now with the railroad here in Ontario. So.
Oh wow, yeah, getting close to the end.
Yeah, he's ready to retire. He's just waiting till he wants his 30 years, right? So
yeah,
he'll get his extra. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
I got another good buddy of mine who's he does a Ass Pocket podcast, and he works for the fucking railroad. He's been out in BC all year this year. Fucking cool guy, man. I met him through Savage Circle, and then we done quite a few shows together. I've been on his podcast. Fun as hell. He has everybody from UFC fighters to fans. Fucking, he's in a band himself. Yeah, pretty wild.
What are they called? What are they called?
So, I can tell you his podcast. I can't tell you his band name, man. I will make it up. I'm gonna have him on the show soon. I'm gonna fucking bug the shit out of him. Get him on the show. Get him to correct this problem that I have. So, in your area, this is also one of the only questions I always ask because we got to know local bands that you play with or that you're listening to in your area. Who else should we be supporting in this industry and getting their name out there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been a huge fan of guys like Stu Kirkwood in Edmonton. He runs a studio called Sound Extractor. Excellent player, excellent musician. He's played with the Odds and written songs for movies and blah blah blah. So I can go on and on about that guy. Yeah. But pretty big fan of him for years and years. Nick Zila is another guy. I think he's in Hamilton, Ontario now. That guy puts out an album a week. I've never seen anyone do what he does. He's written over 200 albums, puts about an album out a week, and some of them have 16 songs on them, man. I don't know how. Wow. Yeah, it's unreal.
Mind blowing,
Yeah.
Hamilton's
Those
close.
are the two best ones I can think of. Too bad Nick wasn't here. Nick would be rattling. He wouldn't shut up.
Hey, we could next time you guys are on, which anytime you guys want to come on, let me know. Maybe right after the new album, we'll fucking go on, do an album review, and we can have up to 10 guests, so we can have the whole band on if you wanted. But no problem.
Nice. Everyone, yeah. No one was sure what was up. I figured, I'll see what's up.
Yeah. And, no, hey, I appreciate you even coming on, just you know what I mean? Represent the band. I really like the one-on-one conversation, but I always also like to have the band members on eventually, you know what I mean? And then we can all just shoot the shit, drink, fucking have a good time, right?
Well, that's awesome, man. I don't remember that.
No, right? Like, I got to give a huge shout out to my buddy Ren out in Ireland. They've just coming out with their new shit. Just recently fucking come out. I can't wait to come and see these guys. They've invited me into their home, their studio. Fucking, I can't wait, man. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we deal with bands all around the world. I try to, you know what I mean? And it's pretty wild where we are nowadays. You know what I mean? To be able to do shit like
it's
this.
gotta be interesting. Yeah, that's gotta be super entertaining, interesting. You probably learn a lot of shit too, eh?
Oh, it's unreal. If you watch my early shows, like when I started with bands to now, fuck, you can really tell I've grown a fuckload. Even though, you know,
I bet.
drink shit, but like it really comes down to the conversation, you know. You got to be able to hold a conversation or carry one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's always obviously fucking, you know, you as a band to promote yourself, to be able to talk to, say, the venues that you're dealing with, being independent in that sense. You're the one booking the shows, or the band's booking the shows. You're setting your own lineup. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be a people person.
Yeah.
Is that something you've always been? Like, I have been since I was a little wee kid, man. I'd point and fucking just fucking talk. Say the dumbest thing all the time, right? But
100%, man. But I find ever since the age of 40, slowly growing, you know, you got to fight off the cynic.
No,
I
find
hear you,
anyway.
man. I don't know if it's, you know,
I
don't know if it's the world or it's people or me. Could be me.
You wouldn't know it though, you know. You get on stage and you put on this performance and shit, but you fucking hate people in that sense. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to. The best conversation I've ever had has been with Outlast out of Montreal, man. And him and I went deep for like 2 hours into, you know, he don't like people. He really distances himself, but yet when he's on stage, it's a whole different performance. You know what I mean? Like, it's unreal.
I can understand that.
No, 100%. So many people can though, you know. Like, even myself, the older I get, the less people I kind of want to be around. I just want to be around certain people. You and you and you, you're cool. Come on over, you know. But
I think you earn that right, you know.
Yeah.
And you, like we just said, you learn a bunch. You learn, and then like I'm a big fan of meeting people, but I'm not a big fan of maintaining relationships.
No,
I find there's a, you know,
being a world traveler, I meet probably hundreds, if not 1,000+ people a year with my travels and going places and shit. Keep in touch with 5 of them. You know what I mean? But it's that experience of meeting those people in that moment, and you'll always remember and cherish that moment, even though you'll never talk to them, but you'll never forget that. And that's huge. Like, people you don't got to keep in touch with everybody, you know, or even for a long time. Even if you talk for a month afterwards and then slowly fade out, you'll always have that memory. We'll always encourage you to do more and do better. You know what I mean?
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah. So let's indulge into how you actually write your music. Like, does it just come to you? Like, is it just sprinkled down from the universe into your brain, and then you're like, here we go, or you know, how does that work for you? I'm always interested in this because I know how it works for me. You know what I mean? It just literally sprinkles down into my brain while I'm just fucking around, and the next thing you know, I have a whole riff, whole song. Here we go, right? But,
yeah, that's pretty much it. I think there's only once ever in my whole life I wrote a song in my head at work, and I came home and it was like I had been playing it all day. It was straining ever. But yeah, for the most part, with the band though, like I'll send some of these songs and they'll be like 12 minutes long, right? And then we'll sit there and we'll have a conversation. We'll pick it apart and throw this away and blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a real fun process because a lot of stuff comes up that you wouldn't have done yourself. I find this is missing that, I find, and it's coming from, you know, different personalities, different takes, different looks. I really enjoy it. But like we said earlier, it's got to be guys you trust and you love, you know.
No, 100%. Like, the
You don't want
that you get on the road, or say when you spend a lot of time with such as a band or even the crew at work, you know what I mean? Like you build that brotherhood and that sense, or that familyhood, depending on who's in the band, you know, like can't leave nobody out, you know, but like it's you can't match it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I bet you there's dozens of people in the world that say I don't work well with others, but you guys in the world that say they don't want to work with anyone else. So that's good for me,
Yeah.
you know.
No, exactly. We had a band called No Skins on, and they're two guys that just hate people in general. They met gaming, and then they've never met each other until they were live on the show with me. Is when the first time they ever seen each other's face and everything. They wrote a whole album together,
Really?
and it's fucking pretty good. Like the guy even had his kid screaming in the background, and they fucking edited it in. And oh man, it's awesome, right?
That is cool, but
Right.
it's quite the metal scene out here in Edmonton. I've always marveled at the metal scene in Edmonton. There's a shitload of bands that we played with and we appreciate, like Tymo and Juliet Ruin, but the metal scene in Edmonton in particular, I've never seen anywhere else in the country. It's very quiet, but it's massive. They used to have a place in the industrial park in Edmonton called the House of Metal, and it was just this one house in the middle of all this fucking industrial shit, and they'd throw a party once a week, right? And 1,000 people would show up. They'd always burn a couch in the backyard, you know, and 5 play of the night. It was one of the greatest things I've ever been a part of. But I didn't realize how massive the metal scene was in Edmonton until I started hanging out there. I just couldn't believe how many kids were playing that shit.
When I first came back to Canada, I came back because of the music scene. I had finished my contract with the railroad. I didn't re-sign for another year. Moved back to Ontario, right? And fucking meeting Johnny Eyeball and them, and then Gavin from fucking he plays in like, he's in so many bands. Green Light District, fucking Johnny Eyeball and them play with, I can't even, the punk scene. And the family and the commodity brought me into the music scene, and that's where the show evolved into me drinking and making bullets and shooting guns to kind of silvering up, getting bands on the show and really doing a real thing with it. You know what I mean? But
for sure,
the scene in Ontario is what kept me in Ontario, other than COVID. Like, you know, just from the music scene. But I've never been out east yet or out west. Either way, I've been to 48 states. I don't know how many countries. I got the world tattooed on my arm because I've been everywhere. But I've never been anywhere really in Canada at all, bud. So
that's amazing, man. I've never been out of the country yet. I'm 45 years old.
You've been everywhere in Canada, though, right? Like,
yeah, you bet. Yeah, I'm actually from Toronto myself, so
no way.
I grew up in Thunder Bay. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time in Ontario myself. Beautiful.
That's why we were talking earlier. I was like, if I known you were in Thunder Bay, we could have done a live show together, barbecued, fucking had drinks, you know. But then you were like, no, I don't live there no more, bud. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
That's the furthest north I've been in Ontario. I've been all the way to the border and shit, and then east and west of the borders. Been to New Brunswick, but that's about it. Always, obviously, Quebec. Spent a lot of time in Quebec. I 90% of my bands that I interviewed shit are probably out of Quebec, man. Like,
oh, really?
Like, for real, Quebec, the metal scene there, I have not seen it anywhere else in the world, man. It's unreal. Wow. It's phenomenal. It's fucking amazing. Like Dead Man's Prophecy, Last Dance Amongst Wolves, you know, and the Outlaws, Deadwood, man, Late Night Trouble, Empire to More.
I would never have thought that.
Your name, yeah. And then you have Your Last Wish. She was just the lead singer. Roxanne was just on America's Got Talent as part of the Growl fucking choir, and I don't really watch TV, so I'm not sure where they're at in the competition, but they made it all the way to actually being performed, like allowed to perform as a fucking heavy metal choir. You know what I mean? Like, it's just all in Quebec. So it's so good to hear that there's metal scenes other places here in Canada, right? Like,
yeah, I got you. I've never been past Montreal myself, so.
No?
No, I've been all the way to the west end,
Yeah,
but I've never been
back in
past
the day,
Montreal
when
going
we
east.
hitchhiked to BC, I gotta go out to BC and grow weed. That's what I'm doing. So many of my buddies disappeared. A couple of them come back. You know, some of them you never heard from again. Like,
Yeah, man.
okay, all right.
First time I went out there, my buddy said you're not going to want to come back, and he was right. It is beautiful out there.
Oh
It
yeah,
reminds me a lot of Ontario, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just the people in general. Obviously, the scenery is different with the mountains, and depending on where you are, obviously, right? But the people in general, is that what it?
No, honestly, I mean more the trees and the water. You know,
Yeah.
the water's different and the trees are a little different, but it's very similar as well.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time in Thunder Bay. You walk 20 minutes in any direction, there's a lake, right?
I would see that. Yeah, the sleeping giant out there. We did the
Yeah.
Valhalla, which is right on the airport. So that mountain
Yep.
that's fucking right there, that's what we looked at all day long. Like that's
Mount
why I
McKay,
stayed.
yeah.
Last run we did, I did 42 days. Every morning I'd get up and look at that mountain and shit. We'd get up on the
Yeah.
roof. We'd be 5-6 stories in the air. You can see the sleeping giant. Like,
Yeah, man.
you could, you know, you don't really have to pay me this much to do this, but I'm gonna do it. You know, but just for the view, man, it was amazing. I didn't realize how gorgeous and beautiful Ontario was, right? Until I went to Thunder Bay last year, right? I've always been south. I'm a southern boy. I don't know. I feel at home in the south, like Florida, Georgia, right? Alabama. I spent a lot of my life down there as a kid and growing up and shit, right? So,
Nice.
but Ontario is another place that draws me. I always come back, right? Like, I'll come back.
A lot of family, so I'm out there probably at least once a year myself. It is I've probably done that drive from here to there at least 8 times. You know, it's a 2-day drive, but it's something else.
People don't realize how big Canada really is, man. Even Ontario itself, like we're 2.5 times bigger than Texas, almost. Somebody fact check that and let me know, but I'm pretty sure we're double the size of Texas minimum. You know what I mean?
Well, Quebec itself doesn't it have the most landmass?
Yeah, right.
Of something.
I think it's the largest landmass of uninhabited land in Canada.
Something like that.
Yeah, but it's just massive, man. And I think when I get old enough, I will appreciate and travel Canada a little bit more for sure. But I want to see the world. You know, Canada, I'll probably die.
I came to the Rockies out here, and I just.
Rocky Mountain.
I come out. I moved out here probably about 5 years ago, and I just don't want to leave, man. It's just pristine.
Yeah. I was supposed to be there this weekend out in BC, but we postponed the trip. We're like, fuck, all right. We're both broke as fuck. We just, it just doesn't work out. I'll see you in fucking Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, I already know, man. If I go out there, I'm afraid to just go out there and never come back. In that sense, like I'll never travel again. That's my place of rest, and that's where I'm gonna die here in the mountains.
I can tell just by talking to you, you'd fit right in, man.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I will be doing a cross Canada tour probably next year, so we'll be stopping in and seeing you guys for sure, man. And fucking
do that for sure. I will definitely take a drive.
That'd be sick. Yeah, if you're ever back in Ontario, let us know too, man. We'll go live together. We'll go see some fights. We'll fucking maybe hit a band. We'll do a little review of the band and shit, right? We'll set something up.
You bet, man.
But anything else? Do you guys have merch? You guys have T-shirts and shit we can fucking buy, or what?
Yeah, we everything's
coming.
We have a .com coming out, like I said, a couple weeks after the record, and we're just trying to do one thing at a time here, so it doesn't get make a mess of everything. You know what I mean? Everyone's so busy. But once the .com comes out, that's when we're going to start pumping the merch, and a lot of it's going to be made per order to start with, kind of thing.
Yeah. Make sure it's sold before you fucking make the investment. I hear you, man. We're in the middle of working out our deal for the new T-shirts. I do have the older one on, no longer available. New ones will hopefully be ready for the end of August. It's
Yeah,
that's a big investment, you know what I mean? To dump a bunch of money into something you don't even know if you can sell, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I still got probably 3 boxes from my first record, 150,
wow.
200 fucking records, right? But you learn that way.
Well, you're gonna
I
have
think I actually spent.
Hollywood and I will be buying one each, and you'll have 2 less here real soon. And then I'll put up. I'll also add to the title. I'll get you to send me the link on where we can find your merch and any of your other links where we can, like Bandcamp. Where's the best spot to support you guys as far as your music goes? Like Bandcamp, is it YouTube, Spotify?
Yeah, Bandcamp's usually right at the top. Me and the drummer Nick, we have a lot of fun with video, eh? So we have a lot of fun with that YouTube channel. We have a lot of stuff coming out. We just like to do the comedy bits, eh? We're big fans of that kind of shit. So
no, I love that. It shows your sense of humor, like behind the scenes kind of thing. You kind of get to know you guys. You get your sense of humor. Then we get to see your music.
Kind of offsets this with some of the subject matter we play music about, you know?
Yeah.
We don't want to be Mr. Serious all the time.
Yeah, no, it's so true. I deal with a band. The reason why I was supposed to be in Montreal was for drinking, but next weekend I'm heading down for the big festival. But they're the same way, same attitude. Like if I could get you guys on stage or get you guys to meet, fuck, you guys are a perfect fit together on stage. You'd probably get along really well, right? You know what I mean? So we'll figure something out.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll definitely talk more.
Oh yeah, man.
I didn't think you were going to be this interesting, to be honest.
Hey, we both aimed a surprise, right? The music surprised me today. We spent a lot of time listening to it and watching everything you guys had, right? I was like,
that's awesome,
fuck,
man. That's awesome.
I was worried. I didn't know what to talk about. I was like, but.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that very much.
Oh, anytime, man. And then, like I said, when your album comes out, I'll be sure to share up. We're August 5th.
You bet.
I'll share that link up. People can fucking find it. Your merch.
I'll talk to the boys. Yeah, I'll talk to the boys. We'll do this again. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Man. It comes out real soon, but I don't care. I'll have you guys on in a week or two once the album comes out and everything's good to go, and then we can a complete conversation about the new music and have everybody involved, right?
That would be awesome.
Oh, anytime, man. Really appreciate it, man. You guys have fucking awesome music. I can't wait to hear more. August 5th, baby.
Wicked, dude.
New album.
Awesome.
Once again, man, tell us who you are, where you're from. Where do we find your shit, man? Fucking.
We are a 3-piece grudgingly rock band from Alberta called Nobody Likes Dwight. NLD is what people refer to us more often than not. And
all right,
we want to rule, you know, just like everyone else.
Yeah, take it over, baby. One more question, man. I meant to ask this in the beginning, but I'll finish this night off with this. Nobody likes Dwight. Like, where the fuck does that come from, bud? Like, is that like? You gotta tell us. You gotta tell us.
Well, it's kind of complicated, but I'll give you the
short version.
It began a graphic novel. Dwight was actually a planet in a different system that the system of planet kept their prisoners. What? So no one was a big fan of that planet, right? And we were actually people that escaped from the planet.
No way, that's so cool, man.
And
I fucking love sci-fi.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And the name kind of just
D&D run for a bit on the show where we went live every fucking Saturday and did a D&D thing. Like, big shout out to Dispel, the huge D&D band out of Seattle, man. Check them out. They've been on the show a bunch. We have Scott coming on very soon. Waiting to confirm the dates.
Nice.
Sci-fi,
drum, you So
Yeah,
our drummer
but
eats up music like I no one I've ever met. So he's gonna really enjoy this.
awesome, man. I can't wait. So we'll look again real soon. We're gonna have Nobody Likes Dwight. I got corrected here. You guys will be on in the next couple weeks. Fuck, we'll have you back
You
on.
bet,
We'll
man.
have the whole thing, man. I can't wait. New album's out August 5th. Check them out. YouTube links in the description. I'm gonna add up the rest of your shit so we can find your merch, find where Bandcamp. Obviously, that's the best spot to find these guys and help support them. Anything else, my brother? Fucking
I'll save the rest for next time. You bet.
perfect. Next time it is,
Yeah,
baby.
buddy.
So a couple weeks, keep your eye out. These guys will be coming on the show. Their new album's dropping. Play it loud, play it proud, people. We'll fucking see you in 2 days for our next interview.